today we're going to be making a Cubist clay portrait. My name is LaDara McKinnon, a teaching artist at Clayworks in Charlotte, North Carolina. This video is presented by Clayworks in Charlotte, North Carolina, and made possible by the North Carolina Arts Council. The materials we will need for this project is clay, rolling pin, water, fork, and a stick. The terms we'll be covering for this project is Cubist art, portrait, and slab. First thing we're going to do is roll out a slab. Slab, a flat piece of clay like paper. When rolling out your slab of clay, you want to roll both sides of the clay. So I'm flipping my clay here, so make sure I get both sides of my slab. Now that our slab is good to go, we're going to start by drawing the shape of our face for our portrait. Portrait is a painting, photograph, sculpture, or other artistic representation of a person, including the head and the shoulder. I'm using the sharp end of my stick to go through the clay. When drawing the shape of your face, you want it to be more geometric. Because we are doing a Cubist-inspired portrait. Cubist art that is created from different views using geometric shapes and patterns together in the same picture, resulting in it appearing abstracted. Invented by Pablo Picasso and George Braque, but inspired by Paul Cézanne, who also inspired the 20th century abstract art and inspired by African tribal masks. I'm going for a triangular shaped portrait. When using the sharp end of your stick, you're going to gently draw the shape that you would like, and then go through the clay once you have your desired shape. To make my face shape a little bit more abstracted, I'm rolling it out just a little bit so it becomes uneven. I'm taking a little bit of water on my finger and gently cleaning up the edges and making them smooth. Before attaching any of the facial features, I'm going to map out where I want things to go. I'm starting out by doing an eye. I'm rolling a small ball and I'm going to use a stamp for the eye. When using a stamp, you want to press it directly into the ball of clay and go back and forth so you get a really nice imprint. The other eye, I'm going to do a human eye. So I'm going to start out with just a small ball of clay. For now, I'm rolling a really small coil in my hand for an eyebrow, and then I'm going to flatten it out. For the nose and the bridge of my nose, I'm rolling a longer coil. I'm just going back and forth in my hand like I'm cold. You want this to be pretty long. The nose can be in the shape of an L or the shape of an S. If any clay is too long, you just gently pinch off the clay. For the lips, I'm going to do a top and bottom lip. So for the top, I'm rolling a really thin coil in my hand, acting like I'm cold. For the top lip, you want it to be in the shape of the letter M. And for the bottom lip, you want that to be the shape of a U. I'm using a really small coil for the center. That's going to separate the lips. To give our portrait a little bit more personality, I'm going to add some freckles by using the flat edge of my stick and gently pressing in. Also, I'm going to add a second eyebrow. Now it's time to attach the pieces. Don't be afraid to make changes as you go along. When adding each piece, you want to score and slip, meaning I'm scratching both sides and adding a little bit of water to make sure it is attached. As I'm going along, I'm going to use a little bit of water to smooth out any areas where I've scored too much or to curve anything or make anything flatter. To make our human eye, I'm scoring and then squishing my ball down. Then I'm going to use the flat edge of my stick and stick it in the middle for a pupil. With the eyelid, I'm going to use a very thin coil to place on top of our iris of our eye. You gently want that to overlap. And then I'm going to use a shorter coil for the bottom of our eyelid. And smooth it out with a little bit of water, gently pressing downwards to flatten out the clay. Just how we did the eyebrow, we're going to slip in score to attach. I really wanted some lashes, so I'm using my fork to gently scratch into my clay to form lashes. Using the flat edge of our stick to add a pupil. To stay true to the Cubist art, you want your nose to be the shape of an L or an S. Making sure to scratch and score to attach. And attaching the lips, I'm going to score the pattern and then start from the center and work my way out. Good tip is to use the flat edge of your stick to reinforce and move around your clay. I'm using it here to reshape my lips like the letter M. We're going to add 2 holes at the top so you can be able to hang it. So you take the flat edge of your stick and gently go in a circular motion up top. You want these to be bigger than they need to be because they will get smaller once they're fired. And I'm going to add one to the other side as well. There you have it, a Cubist clay portrait. I hope you enjoyed this video.